Welcome to Special Stage. You're here for the 2013 REIS Get Connected BTRDA 1400 Rally Championship. And we're here in Wales for round 4. This is the Plains Rally. And things are set for a shake-up this weekend because the man who has dominated so far this season, Julian Wilkes, with Will Rutherford-Child alongside in that Nova, they're not here to challenge for this win. So could it be Matt Smith in the Ford KA, Harry Gardner in that 106, Roger Priestnall in the Proton, or a whole host of other competitors coming out on top this weekend? You'll find out right here at Special Stage, so stay tuned for all the action from these iconic rally stages. So, as we've come to expect from the BTRDA format, the 1400 Championship mirrors the Gold and Silver Star categories. And the event starts in Welshpool before taking in the stages around Mid Wales and Sweet Lamb. With championship leader Julian Wilkes missing from the entry this weekend, the Plains Rally would see a different 1400 winner for the first time this season. That we could be sure of, but who? Leading the early charge after the opening 3 stages are Matt Smith and Giles Dykes. Making a return after missing the Somerset stages, they hold a slender 13-second lead going into the first service and establish themselves as early favourites here at round 4. Setting a blistering pace on only his 3rd ever rally is Dan Evans with Chris Ridge alongside. The youngster from Herefordshire certainly one to keep an eye on as the season progresses. Just 3 seconds back in 3rd are Roger Priestnall and Jamie Forrest in the Proton, and hoping for a better result at this round following their problems at round 3. Dave Bennett and Alistair McNeil were not present at round 3 for the Somerset stages, but despite not competing since March, the pair hold 4th place for now. In 5th, we find the unique Toyota of Ashlights, with Matt Wattam alongside, still getting to grips with the car. And just 5 seconds back in 6th are Chris Farrell and Andy Ballantyne in the Proton. The pair seem to be struggling though due to having problems with a lack of power this weekend in the car. In 7th are Harry Gardner and Elliot Graham. The Peugeot pair would have been in the lead following stage 3, but they receive a 1-minute time penalty for booking in early to the stage arrival time control. A disappointing start to the event for the pair, but it certainly wasn't over yet. Eurus Evans and Dylan Lewis hold 8th place, having a clean and trouble-free run so far. And Gareth Webb with Rich Jones alongside makes his first appearance of 2013 in this 1400 Championship. He gets off to a good start in 9th. Rounding off our top 10 at this stage are Leroy Mills and Robert Fife, the pair on their first ever visit to these classic Welsh stages. With the top 10 being dominated by the 1400 S crews, the fight for the 1400 C class would be fought just outside the top 10 leaderboard, and it will be Freddie and Dave Brick that hold a good lead after the opening stages. The pair looking for another class victory on this rally. David Martin and Richard Simmons bring out their Mark I Astra once again. Having not been out since the Whiting, they set a good pace to hold 2nd in class. And for Rachel Patterson, Jamie Foster on the notes, it will be a good clean run to lie 3rd in class at this stage. An early retirement in the 1400s would be that of Vin Hughes and Kevin Booth, who retire in stage 2 with a blown engine in that Focus. Matt, no Julian this time out, but you are back and everyone is fearing the Ford KA this weekend.
Yeah, obviously we're trying to make the most of it while Julian's not here, but we've had a few issues with the car. It's got a bit of a misfire, but other than that it's going okay. The stage it was really hard to get into a rhythm.
I know you've had a bit of extra power in the car, haven't you? You've been doing some work on it in the time you've been away.
Yeah, but unfortunately it don't make any difference when we've got the bloody misfire, so we'll see how it goes.
Not as happy as I hoped you'd be at this stage, but we'll see you later in the event, and I'm sure the smiles will be bigger and back then.
Yeah, cheers, Paul.
Dan, things going well this morning, third place, first service.
Yeah, it's going well. We haven't sat in the car since the Somerset, so we're just getting ourselves back into it. And
Not that long ago.
yeah, it's long enough though, isn't it, really? But we're going all right. I feel happy now. We're just pacing the last one. We lacked a bit, but we'll have a go this afternoon and see if we can make some time up and go from there.
Nice and dry. It's nice for us, so it must be even better for you on the stages.
Yeah, real nice, yeah. It's warm in the car, but yeah, we're just going well, so just see what happens, I suppose.
Good luck. We're looking forward to a big fight this afternoon.
Yeah, we're going to have a go, see if we can make some more time back and make it all good for everyone to watch.
Roger, how's it going so far here at the Plains?
I think we're going all right. I think we're fourth now. A bit of a moment on stage 2, but can't complain really. I mean, do you know where we are?
We've got no signal here at Sweet Lamb, so we're in your hands on that one.
I think we're fourth. I know that it's very tight at the top. I mean, after the first stage, I think the top 10 was separated, but not a lot more than 10 seconds. So it's anybody's game today.
Right, well, we'll catch up with you later in the event. Luckily, my twin brother, who's commentating, will have the benefit of the results in front of him, so we'll know by then.
That sounds good. See you later, guys.
Moving on to the Rally First category, and it will be the familiar pair of Joe Evett and Calvin Holdsworth leading the way, back in their MGZR, having used the Nova for a couple of rounds. And just 18 seconds back at this stage are championship leaders James West and Chris Bilstead in the Soul VW Lupo. Rory Jones and Tom Hughes taking third at this stage, but the pair were not feeling particularly well, and it was showing in the times to start with, although improvement would come over the next couple of stages before service. First of the Micras here, James Watkins and Richard Suter in fourth. The crew reporting they were lucky to get away with a scary moment in the Hafren stage. And Mick Smith with Paul Stringer are the first of our 1 litre Rally First crews. Despite losing the brakes halfway through stage 2, they survive to make it to service in 5th. Nick Carr and Joe Sturdy have an off in stage 1, but fortunately they make it back onto the stage to hold 2nd of the 1 litre crews and 6th overall. Not bad considering the drama so far. John Payton and Danny Fenning are our 3rd place crew in Rally First 1 litre, the pair reporting a better run so far than the Somerset stages, despite being a bit down on power, and they didn't have a lot to start with either. They lie in 7th overall. Justin Fowler-Bishop and Tudor Rees have a painful retirement after the first stage when the cam belt breaks on their MG. The pair just thankful for a tow from the end of the stage to their service crew by current 3rd place Rory Jones. And we lose another of the Rally First crews in stage 3. We say goodbye to Carl Davies and Ashley Trimble before service.
Joe, we just saw you underneath the car. Does that mean that you've had some problems, or?
No, it's just a knock-in. I thought it was the suspension, but it's just the exhaust has come loose. That's all it is.
It's the driver underneath the car.
Yeah, it's nothing too serious.
Everything all right on the stages?
Yeah, I'm just not driving very well. It's the only thing. It's quite sort of slippy out there, and I'm being cautious on my notes. But Calvin reckons we're going okay. So
Victory last time out. It's obviously faster when you're smoother and doesn't feel as fast.
Yeah, something like that. Just trying to get to the finish quick, so I'm missing my cousin's wedding, so I'm getting there this evening.
Well, that's a red rag to a bull, isn't it?
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Thank you. Cheers.
3 stages down then, and a reminder here of the results. With a further 2 stages completed in the challenging Hafren and Garthinog forests, Matt Smith and Giles Dykes would extend their lead to over 40 seconds now, and looking comfortable in their quest for victory this time out. Dan Evans and Christopher Ridge keep up a strong pace to hold on to 2nd, slightly increasing their advantage over 3rd as well at this stage. But Roger Priestnall and Jamie Forrest hold on to that 3rd position, dropping time though when going through the water splash in Sweet Lamb when the car drops down to 3 cylinders. It eventually clears after a mile or so. These problems for the Proton ahead now mean that 4th place crew Dave Bennett and Alistair McNeil are within 1 second of claiming that final podium place and setting up an exciting finish for us as well, with 1 stage left to go in this rally. Ash Slight and Matt Wattam set some quick times over the next 2 stages to close the gap to just 12 seconds to 4th place. But with only 1 mile left to run in the Plains Rally, it could be too late to make any further progress up that leaderboard. Unless, of course, anyone else makes a mistake. Chris Farrell and Andy Ballantyne retire in stage 5 with engine troubles on their Proton. They'd been lying 6th at the time, a disappointing end to round 4. And desperately trying to claw back lost time due to that unfortunate penalty are Harry Gardner and Elliot Graham, but they remain in 6th place. Their penalty aside, the pair would have still lost the lead at this stage to Matt Smith in the Ford KA. Moving up a couple of places now to 7th are Gareth Webb and Rich Jones in the Nova. And in 8th is the Irish pairing of Leroy Mills and Robert Fife, having a good run over these stages so far. Martin Shaw and Ian Prout in the Seoul 1400 Mark II Escort slide their way into 9th and bring a little more variety to the leaderboard as always. And in 10th overall after stage 5 were Eurus Evans and Dylan Lewis, but they retire after the Garthinog stage with Mechanical Gremlins in the Proton. Still out in front in the 1400 C-Class are Freddie and Dave Brick, having a clean run to extend their lead to 2 minutes now. Rachel Patterson and Jamie Foster moving to 2nd place with 1 stage remaining. The pair looking good for that class runner-up spot if they can manage to have a clean run through this final stage. And completing the top 3 are James Weaver and Teresa Butler in the MG, 33 seconds behind Patterson. Joe Everett and Calvin Holdsworth still lead the way in the Rally First category as they take a 10-second lead into the final stage. Looking good for another victory this weekend. James West and Chris Spilstead meanwhile close up the gap to the MG in front, but with 1 stage remaining, it looks likely they'll have to settle for 2nd. But in rallying, and particularly in the BTRDA 1400 series, and anything can and often does happen. James Watkins and Richard Suter move up into 3rd now following the demise of Rory Jones and Tom Hughes from that position. The pair retire when Electrical Gremlins force the MG to stop in stage. Mick Smith and Paul Stringer take 4th place now and also hold a commanding lead in the Rally First 1 litre category. Meanwhile, Nick Carr and Joe Sturdy have a clean run over these 2 stages to hold 5th and keep it on the road in this couple of stages as well. Niall Moroney and Elgin Davies keep up a consistent pace in 6th overall, 3rd of the Rally First 1 litre crews as well. John Payton and Danny Fenning drop some time in the Sweet Lamb stage and fall back to 7th. And rounding off our Rally First crews are Bart Lang and Simon Cox in the Micra in 8th position. Just 1 stage remaining and a reminder of the results so far in the Plains Rally. So with the final customary stage around Mick Jones Woodyard complete, this is how the final positions for Rally First look. And despite a faulty kill switch cutting the car out, Bart Lang and Simon Cox bring the Micra home in 8th. John Payton and Danny Fenning struggle with an underpowered engine to come home 7th. And Niall Moroney with Elgin Davies alongside get the car back to Welshpool in one piece to claim 6th and 3rd 1 litre crew. Nick Carr and Joe Sturdy have a clean run following their stage 1 off to finish 5th and 2nd of the 1 litre crews. But taking another Rally First 1 litre class victory are Mick Smith and Paul Stringer. The pair extending their class championship lead now after round 4. James Watkins and Richard Suter take the final step of the podium in third with a clean run in their 1300 micra. James West and Chris Spilstead meanwhile secure some more strong points. They take second away from this weekend. But taking their second category victory in a row are Joe Everett and Calvin Holdsworth. They cross the finish in Welshpool with a 14-second winning margin, making it 2 from the last 2 starts for the MG pair. An unfortunate retirement for the brilliant-looking Suzuki of Gino Cook and Stephen McPhee. They retire on the final stage of the event when their rear wheel comes off the car, just yards into the stage. On to the 1400 overall finishers then, and in 1400C, third place goes to James Weaver and Teresa Butler in the MG. It would be a welcome and well-deserved result for Rachel Patterson and Jamie Foster as they wrap up second in the class. But taking the class victory are Freddie and Dave Brick. A faultless run from the pair, they also claim 10th overall of the 1400 crews. 9th place of our 1400 crews are Martin Shaw and Ian Prout in their recognisable Mark II Escort. Good to see the rear-wheel drive pair back inside the top 10 this season. Leroy Mills and Robert Fife secure some good strong points on their first visit to these stages as they finish in 8th overall. Gareth Webb and Rich Jones have a good run to 7th position on their first BTRDA event of this year. Hopefully the pair can build on this result for the remaining rounds. And it's a case of what might have been for Harry Gardner and Elliot Graham. After their 1-minute time penalty, they bring the car back to the finish in 6th position. 1 minute 18 seconds off the lead, a time which, minus the penalty, would have given them second place. Ash Slights and Matt Wadham have a trouble-free run in the Yaris to take 5th overall. The car still not showing its full potential in the category just yet. Ash getting up to speed now though. Roger Priestnall and Jamie Forrest lose out on a podium position on the final stage. 4 corners from the end, their CV joint breaks, leaving them with just one-wheel drive. A bit of disappointment and less than ideal for the pair. So fortuitously but not undeservedly taking that final podium position are Dave Bennett and Alistair McNeil. A final stage push paying off as they secure some good points for their 2013 campaign. And taking their best finish of the year so far with second are Dan Evans and Christopher Ridge in the Nova. Certainly more to come from the youngster and one that many people will be keeping an eye on. But take nothing away from them, taking that first maximum points finish of the season and the category victory in the process are Matt Smith and Giles Dykes. A faultless drive all day sees the Ford Ka arrive back in Welshpool with a healthy 41-second lead. So round 4 complete, and a reminder here of the results.
Matt, Giles, fantastic result today. You got the victory. You were hoping that would happen given the circumstances with who's not here this weekend.
Yeah, of course, we were aiming to win and we're very happy we have. It's not been an easy day, but we've come out with the win, so very happy.
Now, I of course didn't mention the name there. It was Julian Wilkes. Even when he's here, Giles, you guys have been snapping at his heels this year, and it's fair to say that he will be looking over his shoulder next time out because he knows now you're hungry and you know what it tastes like, this victory lark.
Yeah, We've had our ups and downs today. We set off a bit slow this morning. I think if Julian had been here this morning, we maybe wouldn't have been on the pace. But this afternoon, we've certainly been trying hard, and things have worked well. Yeah.
So this morning it was pretty tight, probably added to because of your problems. You're having a close battle at the top, and then you kind of edged out a bit of a lead and breezed home, shall we say?
Yeah, that's it. Well, the first 2 was just down to my driving. We just weren't on the pace, and then we had a problem in half run, and we managed to get it sorted in service. And then I was a bit angry and mad, so we went a bit quicker this afternoon, and we've come out on top.
So the second half was down to your driving as well, and the combination of that and a bit of red mist, Giles.
Definitely, yeah. We definitely need to work out a way of getting him a bit more angry more often, yeah.
Well done, guys. You've wanted this victory all year, and now you've got it.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Dan, Chris, you've shown us the pace has been there before now, but here you are on the podium. Well done, great result here at the Plains.
Yeah, it's been excellent. Well, so over the moon of it really after the last two events with the troubles we've had. So happy to be here and happy to be on the podium. It's good.
Classic, iconic stages, you might say, out there, Chris, today. How was it sat there next to this man?
Oh, fantastic. He hasn't really put a foot wrong all day. Things have just got quicker and quicker with Dan. Really, really impressed by his pace. And to be fair, there's a lot more to come for Dan, so watch out for him the rest of the season.
I think there's a lot more to come for the whole season, you know, because we were just talking to the other lads earlier, and the competition is hotting up, isn't it? Everyone's snapping at Julian's heels, but more than that, the places after first are all to fight for. The gloves are off.
Yeah, it's really good. Harry's going well, and we've got Matt and Roger and everyone else. So when Julian's out in front, the battle behind is still really hot and everything to play for. So
a real mix of cars as well. We've got everything from modern cars right back to Unova as well in this 1400 championship, all fighting for the win. So it shows how close it is.
Yeah, it's really good, really, really good. It's so nice to come out and be really competitive against other lads, and they're a good crack, a good bunch of lads.
It's the key thing, isn't it? The camaraderie in the 1400 championship is spot on, but so is your result today, so well done.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Cheers.
So that's all we've got time for here at Special Stage for the REIS Get Connected 1400 Championship from the Plains Rally here in Welshpool. OK, so Julian Wilkes is back next time out, but I think we've seen from the podium and the rest of the competition here this weekend that he might just have his hands full next time out at the Dukeries. We'll see you then here at Special Stage. Thank you for watching.